And we thought you would never ask. Yeah, but we about to get ready. Hey, this is my late night guys, man. We about to get ready to get on the rocket ship. Let's do it. Get them in here. You don't want to miss this. Young TV. Galactical stuff.
And the ancestors are looking out for us. Todd Hayes is exposing them, man.
Okay, you see that chair right there? See how big it is?
Yeah.
Now look at the Pope chair under it. Scroll down, look at the Pope chair under
Never have it been made so clear.
Young TV. Young.
We running the game right now.
Young TV.
Time to take over.
Young
We the hottest in the game. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. If you just not tuned in.
TV.
Share, like on your Instagram, Facebook.
Young TV.
If you tuned in, we broadcasting live from 2030, baby.
Young TV. Young
Taking over the game, baby. Oh yeah.
Young TV.
Hit that like.
Young TV.
Get them likes up in the air, you heard me?
Young TV.
Ride by. Hotel Islam.
Young TV.
Assalamu alaikum. Flown lesson. Peace.
Young
Be unto you.
TV.
Hit that like.
Hey man, who all we got in here? If you're sleeping on a young elder, you about to get a crook in your neck. You about to get a crook in your neck, man. We running the game right now. We're about to crack heads and twist caps. We're about to get ready to go into some ancient technology. We was gonna do that Galactical class council meeting tonight because people was asking a lot of Galactical questions. Like who was the new? They still asking who was the new? Who was Enlil? Who was Inky? Who was these beings? People still behind, man. We're gonna have to probably do a double header late nights tonight. But we're gonna be going over some ancient technology. We're gonna bite right down into it, man. We ain't gonna even give them time to get in here. We're gonna bite right down into it. Let's share that screen, man. We're gonna go over some of these exclusive stuff that we got, man. Young, we running the game. We the hottest in the game. I mean, hands down here. Who else is saying it? Who else is doing it? Young TV, get him in. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, y'all. We're about to go into the hidden archives of the young elders. So you can see what we got going on here, man. Let's get into this hard drive here. And let's get down to... We're going to go over some ancient technology because people were saying, oh, man, this is all AI you got going on now. This ain't AI. These are actually... In the Riz Tech movie, we actually had real footage of extraterrestrial footage. We're going to click on some of this stuff and see what we got. We'll go over some of this with you. Let's see what we got. Hey, yeah, I'll get them in here. You don't want to miss this exclusive footage. We're going to play this one for you first. Happened in Brazil. I want to feel that. All right, we're gonna. If you're looking at the footage, right, you see how these crafts are moving, right? They can move at the drop of a dime and stop and make right angles and turns. Right? Hold on, let's go back. All right, now you see how these crabs moving, right? Now, you know your government don't got no crap like this. They don't got no stuff like this. Right? They don't got no crabs that can move like that. Now, people were wondering, this right here is actually real footage caught in Brazil, man, of the crabs doing some of the movements that they could do. And for my Bible guys, hey, picking up a draft from my background. For my Bible guys, in the Bible, it mentions of in Ezekiel chapter 1 and chapter 2, if I'm not mistaken, where it goes into talking about how this wheel could move in any direction without having to make a stop or a turn. So the people in biblical time were seeing the same type of movement. Ezekiel saw the same type of movement with these crabs. Right? Now let's go to another one. Because I want to show y'all this Natharu. People was asking stuff about this Natharu tape today. We got thousands of sightings, man. Oh yeah, let me show y'all this one. Now this one right here is of because these beings, they abducting these cows, and the ones that abducting the cows are the marker beings, the Orion Crusaders from Orion. They are the disagreeable ones, the ones that go against the Ramadians. Now, how they became disagreeable is because, hold on, let's watch this. Let's watch this, man. This is a cow getting picked up. Watch this. A cow getting picked up right here in the back. These cows. Somebody, farmer caught it on tape. This cow just disappeared. Then boom, we go into a cloud, and the cloud shoot off. Go back into that. Watch that again, man. We gotta blow that up for y'all. This is. Look, they appear as a cloud and abduct the cow. Shit's kind of blurry. But look, you can see the cloud right here. Look at the cloud. Then the cloud dart off. Let's run that back for you. This is exclusive, man. We ain't show this on the Riz Tech. We got a couple ones we ain't gonna we got a couple ones we're gonna show you on here that we ain't showing the Riz Tech tape. This is actually footage in China of a farmer filming his cow being abducted by some cloud. Now you can't make shit up like this. We're gonna pause it. We're gonna pause it. The cow being abducted right there, right? All right, so that's the cow right here floating in the background right here. Now keep in mind, look, keep your eye on right here. It's a cloud right here that's going to, the cow just gonna disappear up in the cloud and just pull out. Watch. Boom, look, blow it up right there. Look at it. Boom, joint gone. Now, what is that? What type of technology is that where they can be invisible and abduct cows? Who is these type of beings that's driving these type of ships? It's the marker being, grays. They abduct cows. Bob already talked about this, how they got their intestines is similar to the cow, like they chew they could these beings, but the marker beings actually, they got two different ways of how they do it. One way is to blend it all up in like a blender in a big tub and swim through it and absorb it through their skin. Right? Now, everybody get exclusive. We just getting started, man. We got some exclusive stuff that we didn't show you. But that was a cow getting abducted. Now we want to show you some of this right here, okay? The mothership Nuru. Okay, yeah, okay. Now the mothership Nuru, because people were asking about that, right? The mothership Nuru is parked behind the sun. People have been filming it. We got a couple tapes we're going to show you of the mothership Nuru where people went out and filmed it and showing you it behind, because people say, oh, the mother, that's all hype. It ain't real. This and that. So this is a brother filming it right here out of his lake house as the sun coming up. And mothership Nuru is right there. You can see it parked right beside the sun. And we got maybe like 25 or 30 of these that we can show you of these people filming it, right? But this is actually real footage. everything that all the footage that we showed you on the Riz Tech movie was real footage, but we didn't show the Mothership Nubaru tapes. But people are going out taking pictures and holding their camera phone up at certain times of the day, and they catching a glimpse of it, right? Hid behind the sun. Now, why is this ship here? People are saying. Well, who is these people? These people are the gods of your Bible, the Yahwehs, the Elohims, who at one point was living on Earth and eventually chose to hover. They built huge ships the size of planets and chose to travel around the galaxy. They are your ancestors who've been living billions and billions of years. And they do everything you think you doing, you ain't did nothing new because they didn't already do it. They drink beer. Everything you think you doing, they already doing it. They do it on their craft. Right? We can get into more detail, but like I said, we got hundreds of tapes out on the Anarchies. And this tape is about 8 minutes long, but this guy just filmed it, right? We can get into it. Let's do another one of Mothership Nubaru. And we can show you, like you say, a lot of these tapes, people have went out and filmed it themselves. I'm watching the chat, trying to see. Okay, here's another one of Mothership Nubaru. You can see it. It's right here to the. It's always to the left-hand side, right here. You can see it right there, right? Of the sun. It's actually drawing energy from the sun. We're gonna show you what's going on with it, like because it's certain types of ships that can pull up to your sun and draw energy from your sun, because they are solar energy ships. And some of the reasons why the solar flares is happening now is because of Nubaru is drawing energy from the sun. Right? So you see Nubaru right here in the back for you guys that want to film it. Go out like early in the morning or when the sun going down if you're on the West Coast. And hold your camera phone to the left. I guess it'd be northwest to the left north corner, top corner, and you'll see Nubaru right there. So we wanted to show you that, right? Nubaru is ancient technology built by your ancestors. Keep in mind, my Nubian brothers and sisters, and that includes some of you so-called white folks as well who think you're white. Keep in mind, white and black is not a nationality. It's not even a race. It's just for commercial purposes only. I'm telling you, man. We're not going to get too deep into that to mess up the algorithm. But what we're going to talk about, yeah. So you check your blood type. You might be O blood type. O blood type is an anarchy, my white brothers and sisters. So check that out. Right? So get into that. All right. So yeah. So this ship is here, yeah. And we're gonna get more into this. We might do one called Why the Mothership Nubaru is Here. The master teacher already got a couple of tapes out on it, and he actually goes into detail in the holy tablets, which we got free in the links in the descriptions for you newcomer guys who want to check that out and read the holy tablets, which will break some of this stuff down for you. Right? Now, let's show you some more. We're going to get exclusive here. I ain't show this one. I'm showing y'all some ones that we didn't show in because it was so many we couldn't. The movie would have been too long. We're gonna come back with these. Some of these just make a probably like call a best UFO sighting tape or something like that. But we're going over to some of this ancient technology with you, and people saying, "Oh, all that shit wasn't designed by Riz Tech." The basis of it was, and like I say, we were selling our ships to other people around the galaxy. A lot of people reverse engineered our technology and made their own crafts and stuff. But check this out. They finna go out there and see, I think they finna see a gray out here. This is real footage, man, like in Brazil somewhere. Check this shit out. This is exclusive. Y'all bring you nothing but straight bangers. Young Girls of the Game, we bring you nothing but straight bangers and exclusive footage. You know what I'm saying? Peace. Peace, family. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe button. Watch this. It's like, oh crap, what we see? Oh, they running, man. Check this out. Watch this. Watch this. They're finna get on tape. A UFO taking off from out of the field over there, man. Then boom, the joint darted off. Y'all seen that? Bring that back. Watch it gonna be over here in the field right here. All right. See, watch this. I'm finna pause it. There go the UFO right there, right? Y'all see that UFO right there? Now it's finna take off and dart over this way. Watch this. I say take up there. Watch it dart off. This type of technology, man. I'm telling you. The U.S. government, they got some ships. We're gonna play some of they little rinky dink stuff. I mean, they got the SR-71 Blackbird. They got the Aurora, but them really, like Bob Lazarus said, they sound like rockets, and they got to use fuel and all that. But these crafts don't have to use no fuel. They run off the natural energy of the planet, and this is what we're about to get into. That's why we're bringing you the ancient technology tape, because there's ways they're charging us for energy that's free on the planet. They're charging us for electric, which can be free if you knew how to had the right technology, or you had the right science or knowledge to build certain things. We're gonna get into that. We got the technology on building the magnetic energy motors and all that, and the solar energy motors and all that. So these ships utilize the natural energy of the planet. It's called Type 2 civilization. Really, it's Type 1. You can get into Type 1 when you go into the anti-gravity and all that. It's really Type 1. But before the Anunnakis and several other beings decided to come and reset the planet, we was in Type 2 civilization in ancient Kemet. And over here in the Americas, we had missiles. We can get into that. We're gonna be getting into that on the book. It's in the book we got called America is the Ancient Real Old World. We got them exclusive tapes coming out. But what we're going to tell you, like I say, these beings have mastered the gravity. It's the wind power, the gravity power, electricity. Because how is lightning formed out of thin air? Does lightning come from the ground up, or does it come from the top to the bottom? And these beings understand that, and they understand how lightning is formed, and they understand how to utilize that technology. It's Type 1 civilization, the solar power energy. Let's show you something like that. Let's show you this tape right here. Now take a look at this. This is a ship pulling up to your sun, taking some energy from it, and then pulling off. Now you can say, okay, that's an extraterrestrial. Now people say that we in a dome and they can't get outside. Boy, I feel sorry for people that think that. All right, now look at this. This is a sun. I mean, a mothership, and you got to think, how big is this ship? Because your sun is 850 something, like it's 853,000 miles or so in circumference. Right? Matter of fact, let's see, can we might look that up to see, be sure. I think it's 800 and some 50,000 miles, right? In diameter. So this, compared to this sun, this little thing here had to be probably like close to almost the size of one of the planets, like Earth or Mars or some size. This big ass ship right here that's pulling energy from the sun. It's got to be at least the size of one, like Mercury or Mars or something, like the size of a planet. All right, let's see, can we get it blew up? All right, right here. All right, you see where it broke off right there. It's like some kind of tadpole type energy. See, it's pulling energy. Now you got other types of this is just one type. That type pulls up and plugs into the sun. And keep in mind, the sun is just like you plugging into the wall. When you want to get power, you plug your whatever device you're using up to the wall, which sends electricity through that device to power your device. Well, beings have mastered and utilized the technology to where they can pull up right next to the sun, just plug in and fuel up. Because keep in mind, the sun is hydrogen creating helium, burning out to create helium. So hydrogen is a fuel. It's actually hydrogen is actually rocket fuel. Helium is actually rocket fuel. Right? They're both flammable. All right. We get into the element charts and the flammable gases. All right. So you got that type that plugs in. Then you got another type like Nuru that just pulls up close to it, and it got big, huge antennas on the top, and they can draw energy from your sun. And it actually has depleted the sun Cyrus B before doing it, because they came through at the wrong time, and they was really wobbling from a crash, and they needed to recharge Nibiru, and it took a lot of power, and it drained the sun of Cyrus B. And a beef been going on with that for a while. But then you got other types of ships that can fly directly through the sun and let out its solar energy panels to charge up as it flies through the sun. Right, you got them types like Mother Ship Destiny fleet. Now we dropped this one today. I want to show you this one. This right here was what's it, the Jerusalem one? No, we don't want to play the Jerusalem. We played that in the Mothership Newer one. I want to show y'all this one. It's a one where, oh yeah, this is interesting right here. Let me show you this one. Because this one, right, because these ships have capability to go under any type of environment. Like they can go underwater. They can, some of the ships can light ball and shoot straight into dry ground. I saw some of them light ball and shoot into dry ground. Boom, boom. Okay, so in this one right here, some fishermen catch on. They was out there filming them fishing and catching tuna, and just so happened they saw two ships, UFOs, boom, running from two fighter jets, and boom, to elude them, they just went down into the water. So these type of ships can go under the water and fly underwater. Right? Boom, just dive on the water. They got helicopters and jets flying, trying to catch them, but they ships can't do that. They can't alternate from the air to water. It's a whole other level of technology right here that they can't touch, man. Don't you think? Hey, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, y'all. We going in tonight. But just keep in mind, so, and who was driving these ships? The Greys. Now, when you see the ships go underwater like that, most likely those ships that they're chasing, it can be the Greys or it can be another beings. The other beings are the Denacles. The Denacles got flying saucers just like the same ones the Greys got, and sometimes they come to the surface too, and they can be chasing them. And I bet you that these little Greys are the Denacles. Now, being they went under the water, it could have been Greys because Greys got bases under the oceans. But to allude to the fact is that if the extraterrestrials want to take over the surface, they could have been took over the surface because they got technology that succeeds anything the government can deal with. The government has developed some types of technology to be able to disrupt the energy field to get them to uncloak and try to shoot them down with the direct energy weapons, which is another word for laser weapon, right? Right, but these people, they alluded to the fact. Okay, play that back. Right? They got a helicopter out there chasing these guys. Ain't no catching them. Okay, I want to show y'all this. We got so many, man. I want to show y'all the one they get. Okay, now this is another thing. Now, if the beans come in and they get caught off guard and they field get disrupted, they can be shot down because the government. But some of them, if they got their magnetic force field up, they can't be shot down. We're going to show you an example of it. Now, this is a ship. Now, okay, this ship right here, I think it was at this ship, I think, pulled up next to the Chinese Air Force One type plane, right? The Chinese Air Force One plane. And then when they seen it, they shot at it, right? Now look, they seen it, and then they shot at it. Watch this. Okay. Boom. Okay, they shot at it, and it hit some kind of force field. You can see it, right? Go back. Boom. Go back some more. Boom. Okay. You see that force field right there. All right, so they shot at this plane, and it had like some kind of force field that like it surrounded for about maybe 30, 40 feet, maybe 50 yards out around its perimeter. So these ships got technology that can create a force field around it where these weapons can't even penetrate they force field. And then when that, I think it darted off after that. Watch this. Boom! It went on, darted on off. Boom! Got on out. Them boys bonked out. Them boys bonked out after they got shot at. Them boys bonked out. Check this out. Boom! Hit the force field. It reflected that way because they got these beams, these grays. They got technology on their ship. Not only can they deflect it, they can take control of that missile. They really wanted to be mean. They could have made that missile go right back at them. But these guys, yeah, I'm telling you, man, these guys are letting these people make it, man. They letting these people make it, but they showing them that they don't even got no match for this type of technology. Now, if we in the dome, like if my flat people say we in the dome, where are these grays and UFOs coming from? You say they got bases underground? They live here too? Or are they coming in from outer space? Now, just because you trapped you think we in a fish tank, and we are in a fish tank, right? Because your air is really water. Your air is really nitrogen, 70% nitrogen, then hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, a little bit of carbon, right? But we in a huge fish tank. We are fish beings. We are normals beings. We breathe water. We got our bodies water. We can get into that part. But where are these beings coming from if we in the dome from our flat guys? Where are these crabs coming from? You say they government crabs? The government are they dark space program guys that got these crabs? Now they do got some crabs, like I say, from Hitler, 1945. They got some of Hitler's crabs and some of the crabs that they shot down of certain extraterrestrials who weren't paying attention when they was coming in over the North Pole, like Bible said. The people that don't be paying attention get shot down by the government. And some of the other ones just crash landed here. So a lot of them just crash land. Most of the ones they just crash land. Some kind of magnetic storm happened, boom, they crash here. Or they have a malfunction and they had to some of the ships, like the ones they got, like 2 or 3 of them, they shit start malfunctioning. So they had to land here, try to regroup. And when they landed to regroup, the government confiscated their shit. So they be waiting and watching shit like this. These people. NASA is really just a cover up. NASA you should notice they ain't shot no rockets in a while since the extraterrestrials shot the last couple rockets down. They tried to shoot out of space. Right? Now let's look at another one. We cracking heads and twisting caps. We want to try to show you another one that we didn't show, okay? Here's a UFO taste. I believe this right here was a government ship. They was escorting to Area 51 or S4. Now look at this. 'Cause they got they got anti-gravity, the TRB the TRB-3 triumphs, but those joints are really nuclear power, and it got a little bit of anti-gravity on it, but they really nuclear power. So keep in mind, we're going into 2024. The government has already got nuclear powered aircraft carriers. That means they don't have to refuel for 25 years. The U.S. Navy got ships that they can drive around now that they don't have to refuel for 25 years. Look at this. There's a UFO being escorted by 2 ships. Roll it back. The guy catch it on tape in Germany. Watch this. That's a UFO being chased by 2 ships. Hit that like button, y'all. UFO being chased by 2 ships. Now, it's like they probably escorting that guy. You know what I'm saying? It's like he being escorted. That's what I said. But like I say, you're finna see more and more sightings this year of this. Now, it's more technology that you don't know about. Rod talk about the healing machine, the sarcophagus that was created by Murdoch millions of years ago. The Stargate technology, right? The time travel technology, which they already got. The billionaires already use it. Go get my tape called The Billionaires Boys Club. Well, they already paid. They paid like $2 million, and they get to take a vacation back in big time to meet their grandparents and shit. Back in the 1800s and shit. Whatever time they want to go back to, they get paid $2 million. Jay-Z did it already. They paid to go back in time. And that's how they got pictures of him back in the day, man, saying that he was a reincarnated and all this. No, these elites, they know stuff you don't know. They got things going that you don't know nothing about, like Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park really exists. It's really an island off the island of Costa Rica, down in South America. It's a secret island where they got real Jurassic Park, where they didn't pay billionaires, they paid scientists, the Billionaires Boys Club, they paid scientists to go in the laboratory to take carbon fibers and bone marrow from different dinosaurs and shit that they didn't found and dug up from these archaeologists and clone them and pretty much clone them and bring them back to life. Keep in mind, like Baba say, when they show you something in a movie, they already 40, 50 years ahead of it. And how could they make a movie about it if they weren't already doing it? I'm telling you, man, these movies tell you the truth right in your face. The movie Jurassic Park. They didn't start pulling the DNA and shit off these dinosaur bones and recloning these dinosaurs, hatching them back, made a whole music, like a secret island, to where now if you got a lot of shit went bad with it before they got it under control, but you could pay $200,000 and do a flyby over. They was taking trips where you can go to the actual island, but that went bad, right? That went bad. They showed you that in the movie, but you can pay $200,000 to fly over and see this, these animals that supposedly be extinct. If you had $1 billion, would you do that? If you had $1 billion and you was part of the Billionaires Boys Club, and they say, "Hey, man, you can pay buy this $200,000 ticket, and we'll fly you over in a helicopter over this island where you can see prehistoric animals that's thought to be extinct." Would you go in on it and take that trip? Or would you take a trip to the moon, the field trip to the moon? Or will you go to their resort on the dark side of the moon? They got a resort on the dark side of the moon, the elites. You can go up there and you can hang out with the girls and you can have drinks and you can swim and, enjoy your time on the moon. Or you can go to Mars. People saying it's a dome. They can't go out. Yeah, they was going out. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why some of you people are right when you say it's a dome. It is a dome. It's an atmosphere, a firmament. It's different names for it, but it's not no glass dome. Keep that in mind. It's not no fucking glass dome like you think. It's like well, I can't say it's similar to, but what it is, it's a bow. It's like a magnetic energy that's trapping this atmosphere in here.
but it can be busted through with the right. But you can't just bust through it with a plane or nothing like that. You got to have high level technology and high level material that can withstand high level heats, because it's different levels of heat that you got to pass through to get through the firmament. What you call the firmament is different. Some people think that if they bust holes in the firmament, we're gonna all drown because water just gonna pour out. Man, these people the flat earth people really, to me, don't deal with science, because condensation is how rain is formed, how you make the water evaporate, and then it goes to the cloud and cools off and cool air and then releases again. That's how rain formed. Not when somebody busts a hole in the ozone layer, rain come down. Now that can probably ramp it up and change the weather, and it has. But what I'm getting at is these beings was using rocket style equipment to bust through this ozone layer, and they was using high level metal on their rocket ships. But if what they was doing is they were really messing up the ozone layer, putting holes in it. When they would go up there, they would bust a hole in it, getting out of here, and it was causing the ultraviolet rays from the sun to come down in here. So other beings who live here, who are protectors of this contract called Project Blue Rock, stepped in and stopped them from going up there. They can't go up there out of space no more, not in no rockets, because they were busting holes in the ozone layer. Some people said, so the blue avians, who are bird beings, who are one of the ascended overseers of this planet, they stepped in and put the balls out and said that they couldn't bust through the ozone layer no more, because they were making holes, and ultraviolet rays is coming. It's the same thing that happened on Risk when they use these aerosol bombs to blow holes in our ozone layer. The same thing. The devil was trying to do the same thing here, as the master teacher pointed out. Now, some people saying that they going. Let me stop sharing my screen for a second. We'll come back to this. Let me stop sharing my screen for a second because I want to talk to you. All right. So some people saying that the ocean is the outer space, right? Now I'm gonna tell you why they saying that. These people, they missing the part about Shambhala. We're gonna do a tape on Shambhala and Ottawa, the center of the earth. It's a city in the center of your earth, right? So it's certain vortexes in the ocean, especially in the Bermuda Triangle, where you can go down and go through this vortex, kind of like a time tornado, like a time the sand thing where it goes down, right? And you go down to the bottom, it can suck you down. A lot of people that got sucked down in there, right? And the devil, they call it the Devil's Triangle, the Bermuda Triangle, right? So when they go down now, they come out into another world, which is the center world, and they think that they went out of space because there's a whole other sun up in there, the black sun. They see this tropical, they see a whole other world down there, just like Admiral Byrd seen when he flew his plane through the North Pole, 500 miles. So he almost ran out of fuel and had to turn around. Then he had logs of what he seen. That he spoke with a man who had a big head, who was called himself the master. He was talking about Field Corps, who was the leader of the Danako beings, who are in control of the center earth. The cone heads are down there. The beings they call the Teru. We're going to be doing another tape on them. The Deru, who are the fat trunk nose beings, the Dewarnies, the little short hairy looking beings, the Greys, the reptilians, the Frugaloids, the people in Mount Sasha who are really connected with Ashtar Command, and the Hindus who landed in the city of Mu, who are really benevolent. They call Musalams, peaceful people, those of peace that live in Mount Sasha. And they show you these beings as Caucasian beings, but they're not Caucasian beings that run that spot. They're Nubians. The beings who you see as Caucasian looking, like Billy Woodricks and Bill Gates and them, they Frugaloids. The original people of Mu were dark-skinned, straight-haired people. The leader of that they show you, that Billy Myers show you, he's not Nubian. I mean, he's not white. He's a Nubian guy. They actually got like bluish type color skin, really. I'm telling you, they really got like bluish color skin and green color skin, and they eat they vegetables grow like they fruits and vegetables grow triple the, like 10 times the size as on the surface. They develop a format where they can grow their vegetables. Now on the surface, if you do a little research, we might pull it up. If you do a little research, you'll find out that some scientists now are figuring out how to increase the size, and it ain't GMO. We just going into that new sun cycle, and then for the fruits or vegetables going to grow bigger. The oranges, everything going to be bigger once we do the reset and get rid of the GMO. So it's already, if you go do your research, you find out scientists already growing, not scientists, but actually farmers in certain countries are growing their shit natural, is growing, that they shit growing extra size now. Watermelon is double the size. The apples are double the size. The plums double the size. And they already doing this in Mount Shasta and develop, and they trying to bring this technology to the surface. And they really are fruitarians down there. They don't eat nothing but fruits. They don't eat nothing but fruits and vegetables down there. They're fruitarians and vegetarians. And some of the people are even practicing where they gonna go for months without eating, and they call it breatharians, where they only breathe or eat air, eat the molecules out of the air, because it's food and minerals in the air. That all the minerals is coming from the sun. All the elements is coming from the sun. So these elements transition into fruits and vegetables as they grow and collect the photosynthesis process. Go through the photosynthesis process. All these minerals are collected in the vegetables. But that it's a way, if you could get water out the air and food out the air. See, there's one dude that I think he in Texas. He already got food out the air. I mean, water out the air. They already showed you how they can get water out the air. Next thing is they're going to show you the next newbie. It's going to be a Nubian brother that's going to develop this, and it's going to be getting food out the air. He's going to be pulling actual minerals, iron, potassium, different things we need, vitamin D out of the air. Because once you get down to it and really figure out that this is a matrix, this is a video game, like phase 1 said, right? Then you'll figure out, then everything has a code, just like Phase said, everything has a code. That code is a formula. Now you can look up the formula for melanin, right? We can look it up. I don't want it to cut me out though. But after this show, I want you to go look up the formula for melanin. It's actually got the base of it is carbon. Matter of fact, let's look it up. Who we're playing with? We got the internet right here. Let's hold on. Let me get the internet pulled up. Then we'll get to it. Because this is ancient technology right here we're talking about. And we can go into like cells and all that. But I want to show you this real quick. See, once you figure out, and that's what they figured out, that's how they was able to create the matrix and start creating all these artificial flavors and artificial colors and all this. Because they figured out that, hey, this is a matrix and everything has a formula, everything has a code. That code is called a formula, right? A code has a formula, right? All right, so okay, here we go right here. For y'all that's watching, you see that the melanin has a formula that's made up of the elements. Everything that exists on this side of the mirror, keep in mind we're on the negative side of the mirror. Hydrogen really starts -1. They say it's +1, but hydrogen really is -1. How do we know it's -1? Because we're going to the left, not to the right. The right gets lighter, the left gets heavier. And if you go more to the left, you'll see that the elements get heavier on the chart. Till you get up to gold. Gold is heavier than hydrogen. But as you go on the element chart to the left, you get heavier. So really hydrogen is -1. And like we said, that's why they keep the negative frame when they take your picture. So everything on this side of the mirror is made up of those elements on that chart. So that means that grapes, all the fruits and vegetables all are made up of some of these elements. It's a combination. It's a code. You can, once you figure out the code to that particular fruit or element, you can combine the elements together to make that fruit, to recreate that fruit. It's a formula. All right, so melanin, they got the formula for melanin. Now you can say that if they was to put it together in the laboratory, it'll be synthetic, right? Because it's not naturally formed. But if they got the right code, what's the difference between the synthetic melanin that got the right code versus melanin that's naturally made by the body that got the right code? Because the main base right here, we got carbon 18. So the main base of melanin is carbon, which is why Dr. Sadie used to always say it wasn't called melanin, it was called carbon, right? Because he knew that the base, he was a scientist and he understood the base that the melanin is not just a name, and there's really a formula for that melanin, which is carbon 18, hydrogen 10, nitrogen 2, oxygen 4. Right, so but the base of it is carbon. But if you was to go into orange, let's see, can we get that strawberry or something? So they probably probably want to get them today. They copyright that type of stuff. The formula for strawberry, right? The formula for strawberry, they copyright that. They ain't gonna probably put that up here, but it's a formula for strawberry. You can remake strawberry. Strawberry has a certain amount of carbon in it, a certain amount of nitrogen in it, a certain amount of these elements, right? They don't want to show us on here. We could probably find it if we start digging. Watch this. I'm gonna try this in. All right, it says, okay. It says calcium, iron, potassium, phosphate, magnesium, right? So all those are elements. These are the elements that's inside of a strawberry. Now, but it's a formula that you can make that strawberry up based on if you find the exact formula for it. Now, they have, I don't know what it is, but they have like made synthetics formulas for these tasters to try to trick our taste buds. They made synthetic formulas for these things. So you got strawberry soda it's not real strawberry, but they got a similar formula that tastes similar to strawberry. So it's more like a synthetic or artificial type flavor, right? But like I say, all these elements, the point I'm getting at is these elements is in the air. And that you can pull calcium, you can pull iron, you can pull potassium out the air, magnesium. And then you can ball it up, make it into a form to where you can eat it. And these beans in Mount Sasha have developed this type of technology. These Moor people, they really can be called Moors. They really can't be called Moors because this specific group came from the land of Mu. They didn't land in Chaldea, they landed in Mu, and then they became known as Muslims. Peaceful people. They were benevolent Hindus who came to fight against the disagreeable Hindus, because it was good ones. The Nagas, some of them was agreeable beings, right? But we'll get into that. But the form, like I say, once you start learning the formulas for shit, you can start making your own stuff. It's a formula for everything. It's a formula for water, H2O. Hydrogen 2, oxygen, right? 1. It's a formula for and keep in mind what's part of our ascension, part of the ascension is changing what we breathe. What's going to happen is the planet is going to get hotter. But don't panic. For you melanites, don't panic. For some of you people that got the one drop, don't panic. Because it's a 71% nitrogen. Nitrogen is a cool gas. And keep in mind, when we begin to breathe some of this nitrogen, as our body begin to speed up in vibration, we're going to begin to take in some of a mixture of oxygen and nitrogen gas. Right? And what this is going to do is it's going to speed up your vibration and make you more intelligent, because your brain is an engine. And it takes in cool intake, just like an engine at the racetrack. They take in nitrogen. They put nitrogen in cars to make them go fast. that they call it NOS. Go watch Fast and the Furious. When they want to go fast, they inject NOS. What does the NOS do? It makes the cold in. It cools the engine down real cool so it can go faster. Your brain works the same way. That's why if you go look up the Limitless, that movie called Limitless, and if you look up the drug that they was called, it was like NDT or whatever. The main ingredient for it, the 70% of the ingredients were nitrogen. Why? Because they know nitrogen to boost the brain. Nitrogen is gonna boost your brain. That's what they want to tell you. They want to scare you, saying end of the world, this and that. Now it's the end of the world for them. For us, it's time to start breathing in a little bit of nitrogen. It's gonna happen naturally for those who are genetics who have made the natural selection of intelligent breeding. People who got the certain genetics, they're gonna be able to go to this next level where they're gonna start to breathing that little nitrogen, and your brain intelligence is gonna speed up. Because your brain gonna start working faster because it's gonna be cooler and it's gonna get hotter, but your temperature our temperature gonna remain the same, but the planet is speeding up, it's heating up, the sun is heating up, it's inevitable. We're going into the sun cycle, the golden age, right? We've been in here 51 minutes. Hey, y'all, show us some love. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We'll take some questions, man. We showed a little bit of ancient technology, but we want to go into not just the ancient technology, but formulas. We might have to come back and do a whole tape on just formulas, or how you got certain key elements in the brain, or hormonal elements in the brain, like melatonin, which we showed you is based on in carbon. You got oxytocin, you got serotonin, dopamine. All these chemical. Matter of fact, we can look up that. All right, we still sharing the screen. Hold on, we can look up there real quick. Let me show you something. Cause start studying formulas, because some of this stuff gonna have to be reiterated. And once you study formulas, okay, hold up. Watch this. Watch this, y'all. Now, if you was to go into even the drugs that's being people are using, it's formulas for it. It's all chemistry, it's all alchemy, right? All right, so the chemical released in the brain when you hit your tweed, and it's called dopamine, right? Dope, right? Are you smoking dope and dope this, dope that, right? It's all connected with this dopamine. That's where they get it from, right? The god dopamine, right? Now, keep in mind, dope is the word they use, but it's really a formula, a code, a computer code for this dope. And the main base is what? Hydrogen look like, because hydrogen has the most but you see carbon is actually the base. If you look at a lot of these things, carbon is the base. Carbon is actually the base. It's carbon 8, right? Carbon really is the base, but the most of the formula is hydrogen. Hydrogen 11, nitrogen 1, oxygen 2, right? So most of the hydrogen and dopamine. So hydrogen is what's really creating the high. Keep that in mind. We can get into that. I don't want to get too deep because we might have to do another tape on that. But what gets you high? Hydrogen and nitrogen is what's getting you high. Because keep in mind, hydrogen is a high speeding gas. It's the highest speeding element on the chart on this side of the mirror. So when you get into hydrogen, what you're doing, you're speeding up. Carbon is the main base of what we are. So a lot of your formulas is gonna be based in carbon. I bet you I know for a fact that every single vegetable and fruit on this side of the mirror is based with carbon. So carbon is really a number one element for us as human beings. carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. For sure. Says what exactly is the noble gas? Okay, all right. So we can go into that, like the gases, right? Let's get into that. The non-ether gases, all that, right? You making me go into the formulas too. I can go into the formulas. All right, so these gases all were one gas at one time called non-ether gas, but they began to it's a separation that happened. Now let's go into this. Okay. Because you're gonna make me go into some more study on this. I want to see this. I want to check this out real quick. Hold up. Doing live research right here, man. All right, yeah. So yeah, these will be like, okay, some of these gases, like I say, because neon is, these non-gases are actually elements. Now you have what you call not compound elements. That's not the word I'm looking for. Not covert bonds. I'm talking about molecules. Molecules are a combination of different elements having been brought together. Like a molecule would be, like water would be a molecule, right? A water molecule would be a molecule. So it's really, a molecule is like a combination of different elements being brought together to make like a compound. Let's look at, let me look that up real quick. Hold up. Hold on. Let me look at the structure. I'm gonna write some of this stuff down and go back into more in detail on this. Go into detail. Yes, it's a group of two or more atoms filled together by attraction force known as chemical bonds. Yeah, chemical bond. That's what I'm looking for. The word chemical bond. This is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, chemical bonds. So some chemical bonds together. I remember one time when I was working as a sanitation person, I mixed like bleach and like ammonia. I mixed a whole bunch of acid, a whole bunch of shit together. That shit created like almost like a bomb almost. Yeah. Hey, and now they had to come in there and like shut the whole plant down and just do like a cleaning thing to get that shit up out of there, man. Because yeah, you can't mix certain chemicals like at your house. And that's what I don't understand about them people that's hitting that serpentine fire, man. That serpentine fire is a whole bunch of chemicals mixed in all together. We got to say it like that for certain purposes. That serpentine fire stuff is like a whole bunch of chemicals mixed in. I don't see how people do that shit, man. You can kill yourself on that. Yeah, but we're trying to make more scientists this year. We want you to go to school to be more scientists. And you don't necessarily go to school, just study formulas. Study the chemical elements. Find out the formula to make up a strawberry. Because about to go into that dimension. So where you can create, you can just do things with your mind. That's why AI is coming out. We can't let this AI help us too much. But AI is coming out to make things easier. You can write a book in a whole day now if you can talk it out. The AI will let you talk it out. It'll put pictures to it. Boom, you can be putting a book out in less than a week. It'll do all the correct spelling, all that shit. So we in a time now where you can make shit happen like that. Right? And but we got to keep in mind what this shit is really made of. It's all formulas. It's all codes and computer codes. We got to keep that in mind. So study the formula for what the shit, because the shit, some of the shit that they putting in our food and putting in our deodorant and lotion and shampoo and toothpaste. So look up some of these things and what they are and break down the chemical alchemy of it, because these people are scientists that putting this shit together. and they don't have to put molecules or chemical bonds together that's causing decay. Listen to what I'm saying. You got acidic versus alkaline. Now, when an alchemist or a scientist go into a lab, they can put some shit together that can be acidic, and then they can put it out as toothpaste. Yeah, they call it Colgate toothpaste. You know what I'm saying? And then you thinking that shit is good, but they could have. But then there's other alchemists that's got toothpaste they putting out that's alkaline. It may cost a little more, but you go get the alkaline toothpaste where it ain't, because acidic gonna eat your teeth away. While alkaline is gone. Now acidic, you could do acidic to clean them and then put the alkaline behind it or neutralize it with the baking soda, because baking soda is a 7 on the alkaline chart. It neutralizes acid. That's why people that are familiar with that sell batteries or do car batteries, they know when they spill the battery acid on the ground, you can put baking soda on it and it'll neutralize it, right? So baking soda neutralizes the acidics. But what I'm saying is you can make your own toothpaste once you figure out, okay, let's figure out what the formula they using. Boom, okay. And mainly the basis of most of their toothpaste is baking soda. Come on to find out what's the formula for baking soda. Hold on, let's pull it up. Yeah, so bismuth, clay, ginger, sea salt. Hold up, let's look at this right here. It says baking soda is a neutralizer. This how I do research. Baking soda is a neutralizer, right? So let's see what the formula for baking soda is, because it's a formula. All right, Google formula. All right, so you see the formula for baking soda. Yeah, I think that's Na. I think is sodium, salt. I want to say it's sodium, but yeah. And I think H. I know H is hydrogen, carbon, oxygen, 3. Right. So salt, hydrogen, carbon, oxygen. So that formula right there is a neutralizing formula to acidic environments. So if you was to create this formula, it don't not necessarily got to be called baking soda, but this formula, you can create another formula. You can put your own formula together that would neutralize an acidic environment. But we're just giving you an example that this particular formula is made to neutralize the acidic environment. Now, it's beings out here that know that. But then they'll turn around and add extra shit to this formula to make it acidic, to make it unstable. Keep in mind, acidic things are unstable molecules. They are deteriorating. They are dying. They are burning out, being broken down. That's what acid do. So just by itself, it's a 7. This creates this formula in Tahuti, in a situation with Tahuti. This formula creates a 7 on the alkaline chart. Sodium, I guess it'll be sodium 1, hydrogen 1, carbon 1, oxygen 3 creates a 7 on the alkaline. You come out with a 7 on the alkaline chart with this formula. Now, if you was to twist it around, add some and put, extra numbers or some extra ingredient to this shit, mercury or something, then once you add mercury or some other ingredient to it, you throw this the balance off of it, the pH balance off of it, making it acidic. Now it's deteriorating. Now it's unstable. So that's what they're doing. They try to make everything that we use unstable by making it acidic, right? So we just hope you understand where we're going with this thing, man. Shout out to my baby kids in the building. Shout out to my Ali's. Shout out to my L's, right? Shout out to my my Sabines brothers and my Nawabian brothers, my 5%ers, my Nation of Islam brothers, my Hebrew Israelite brothers. Shout out to the whole family, right? Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, y'all. Yeah, so like I say, the stuff that we eating and doing this year, we want to look at the back, start studying some of these ingredients that they're using. Find out the formula for them. Is it acidic formula? Or then you can probably see what they added to it to make it acidic, and then begin to create your own things by taking those things that's unstable, taking those things that's unstabilizing that molecule or whatever, and restabilize the molecule. Because some of the stuff that they putting out, we can make it good by just restabling it or adding or making it more neutralizing it. You know what I'm saying? Like neutralizing it. And we can get into that, man. We're gonna be back, man. We're about to get up out of here though. We see we've been in here 11:21. We're gonna get up out of here, man. We think we gave you enough for the night, for my night guys. We got any questions, man, before we get out of here, y'all? Because this is high level science, man. It's really simple shit, but like shit that you learned at school, but it's shit that we need to rethink and start thinking about. Because this is real religion. That shit they taught us in the church, that's some good shit too, though. You know what I'm saying? From our spiritual guys. But let's get down to real science. Real science. This is what real God deal with. This is what Anunim deal with. This is what the real God of your Bible deal with. Science, formulas, mathematics. They don't deal with no ain't nothing about what we do, bro. About what the Most High God do. Ain't nothing about it. It's to motherfuckers that don't know science. I'm gonna tell you this before I get out of here. Just for example, when Jesus turned water into wine, when the niggas seen that, they was like, right? But if people came over to one of them moonshiners over there, they'd be moonshining in the woods in the middle of the night making beer and wine. It wasn't no thing to him, to the alchemists that can brew beer. And we was doing it in ancient Kemet for thousands of years before Jesus was born. We was making wine, turning water into wine for thousands of years in ancient Kemet and over here before Jesus was born. No, and we love Jesus, but you're saying truth is truth. Jesus came to ancient Kemet and learned how to turn water into wine. When he went back to them people, his people, he showed them how to do it. They say, it's a miracle. And keep in mind, the root word of miracle is the word mir, as the brother Bodie pointed out to me, which means fire in the middle. So was he activating his fire in the middle when he was turning water into wine? You know what I'm saying? We could get into it. Look, I seen some let's see. Yeah, we made shout out to the brother Nist Phase Hayes. Yeah, we show love, man, to everybody. Ain't no reason not to show no love. You know what I'm saying? Unless you don't like us, ain't no reason not to like us. We show love to everybody. And peace and love. But like I say, from now on, man, start studying formulas. Study the back of what the shit you putting in your body. Break it down, see what's going on here, man. We got to be scientists ourselves, and we way more powerful scientists than them. We think we way more powerful thinkers than them. And so they really still trying to figure out a lot of shit that we put together, like the pyramids. A lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? They trying to still figure out how them ships move like they move. It's ancient technology, is science. And then once you get into these formulas, then I'm telling you, man, this is the real language that everybody can learn real fast. The language of formulas. Because like a lot of people having problems learning Nuwapu. We need to learn Nuwapu and and a couple more other languages we need to learn. Arabic, you know what I'm saying? French, Spanish. But the language of formulas is another language that people overlook. of these different ingredients to make up these formulas. This is a whole nother language you can talk. When you start talking, when somebody say baking soda, you say, oh, you mean, right, sodium, hydrogen, carbon, oxygen 3, right? It's a whole nother language. And that's what it really is. It's not sodium. It's really nitrogen, hydrogen. Sodium, hydrogen, carbon, oxygen 3. That's the real name of that, or the real code for it. The real computer matrix, hologramic code for whatever this element is in this matrix or in this video game, like FaZe said. So we got to get up out of here, man. We think we gave you enough for tonight. Ball cap disclaimer: if you got your head cracked, really this shit was light. Really, this is kindergarten shit. Really, like a lot of y'all already should know this. We just reminding you of your skill set that you have as Nubian beings at this time. And we out of here, man. We love you all. You know what I'm saying? Waduk. We got to say this all. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom alaikum. Hotel. Peace be unto you all. Have a peaceful shadow hour when you go to the fourth dimension. Start studying formulas in the fourth dimension, because a lot of this stuff you can learn fast. Remember in the Matrix when they was able to plug into a computer system and learn stuff in a couple minutes? Well, you have that time right now to do that, where you can learn stuff in your dreams in a couple minutes. You can download shit in your dreams in a couple minutes, and you actually know it. You can come back from your dreams saying, "I know karate." You know what I'm saying? Or I know this book. I read this book while I was in my dream. I read this book. I seen this book. Or I seen this. I learned this in my dreams. So you'll be able to learn things extremely fast in your dreams, especially if you meditate on it before you go to sleep and be thinking about it hard. It's going to be easy for you to pass tests and things like that if you meditate on the stuff right before you go to sleep and you're able to see it in your dreams. I'm telling you, man. So it's going to give you an advantage, being that you got melanin too, that gives you this ability. Some of you are going to be going to sleep and coming back with new ideas to create new devices or whatever you might have. Some of you are going to be writing books. Some of you are going to come back to write movies. This is finna start happening. More technology, more new entertainment, like as far as new types of movies, more science type movies. No science fiction, because science and fiction can't even go in the same sentence. That's an oxymoron. You know what I'm saying? Right? So everybody get up out of here, man. Peace, love. Y'all have a peaceful shadow hour. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll be back on. Because FaZe was at the studio today recording the letter to Farrakhan. And you're probably going to do a video to it too. So stay tuned for that. We're going to probably come back with the class. So we'll be back tomorrow with phase 1 on the ascension, science of the ascension. Peace and love. We out. Wadu.